evening, everybody. Hope you are well. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Dean the Vaping Biker, and I'm possibly looking somewhat of a dishevelled mess, but it's all good and gravy. I hope you're all doing well on this wonderful Monday evening. Let me just change the chat to a live chat so I can see what's going on rather than the top chat. Now then, it's all a little bit confusing. If you're watching this on replay, just fast forward it the first 10 minutes because I'm going to say hello to people in chat because I want to. But no, so just fast forward those people there. I'm just creating some space on my screen and doing things. How's the sound tonight? Is the sound okay? Is the sound all right? I've been playing with things. We've almost got sound panels and things up as well. But let me know how it's sounding. So if you are watching, let me know who you are, where you're from and what you're vaping on, and I'll give you a shout out and we'll have a little chat and say hello. Then I've got, I'll go through a little bit of what I've been vaping on, what's been going on there. And also we will have a little bit of a chat about the channel, and then if there's anything on your mind, and then we'll bugger off. We might get this one done in an hour tonight. You never know. I'm not entirely sure which looks worse, the glasses or not the glasses. We'll go without the glasses. Excuse the bags. Am I just too damn bright? Oh, that's the wrong way, Dean. That's the wrong way. How's that? Is that better? I think that's a little bit better, isn't it? So, let's get stuck into this one, shall we? So great sound. Thank you very much. Sounds good. Pictures crisp, lovely. I've not had to fanny it. I should have brushed the beard. Seeing as we've got a clear picture, I should have really brushed the beard, but never mind. Anyway, we'll come back to that. By the way, if you hear any random snoring, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to show this very well. Let's have a little go here. But what we've got down by the side of us is a sleeping Sani. So, is she going to say hello to people? Hello? What are you doing? No, nothing. Right, so anyway, so if you hear snoring, it's not like random farts from me or anything like that sort of thing, you know. Now let's say hello to people and see how we are getting on. Steve Clark is in, Stephen Allen in from Rugby, my favourite friends from the vlogs. And a lovely couple to boot. What else have we got going on? Let's have a little look and see who we've got going in here. Omi Vape says, great sound. Kevin Mann sounds good. Pictures crisp, said that already. Legion Vapes, you sound lovely. Thank you very much indeed. Very kind of you. Callum is in Edinburgh on the Drop Solo. I hope you've got a mod and juice in there as well, Callum. Alex McKenzie is in. Did you right? How you getting on? From Chroma on the SQ D Pro Mini combo. Oh, lovely. Sounds good to me. We've got 62. Well, there you go. Thank you very much. I vape the Titan in the Steam Crave mod. Okay, cool. Nice one, Thomas BVB. Thanks for letting me know. Evening, Dean, from Margate, and using the Inikin Endura T22, cracking little mod, and tank setup going on there. Jim Old, oh hey, the new. That's as Scottish as my accent is going to take me. Good evening, Dean in chat, says Ben, coiled in knots. We've got Sick Boy, we've got Mace Vapor. Hello, Dean. Cheers from Switzerland. Vaping on the Brunhild. Vaping the Brunhild tonight. I'm going to say that. I don't know what that is, but that's what I'm going to say. Lynn Smith, good evening from Swansea. Vaping on the Hellfire Cobra. And Jorda B RDA. Very posh indeed. We've got Jim from York. Good evening. Andy Fairchild. Evening, Dean. Calling from Bristol calling. Vaping on the carry-in mod with a Hussar Legacy on top. We've got some posh people watching this evening, haven't we? Isn't it, eh? Dominic Pelosi. Hello, Dom. How you doing? I hope you're well and you're watching as well. Johan is saying as well. We've got Spencer. All good. Spencer on the old school Pulse. I've still got a couple of those kicking around. Labworks. Paul, Australia. Lemonade. Icy Pole. Is it just me that thinks that sounds dodgy? We're moving on. Viv is in the house. Nice to see some of the 4%ers in already. Hello, Dean. And you lovely bunch. Coventry reporting in, still on the Skyfall with cracked current. I added it to broadcast last time, didn't I? Should we do that again? Do you like that? Is that a thing? Do you like seeing your name in lights like a rock star that you are? Is that it? What else we got? Bloody YouTube. Did anyone else get a notification yet? Well, I'm here. I'm here now. Craig DeWar says, hello, Dean and chat. What else we got going on in here? Greetings, oh bearded one, clouding with the drop dead, says Nathan. Thank you very much, Nathan. What else have we got going on here? Finally got an all black Cobra coming. Ooh, lovely. Hi, Dean from Dunstable, vaping a raspberry custard on the dead rabbit. Nice, nice. Is that the Nada raspberry custard? The whatever flavour it was. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I think I know what I mean. We've got Omi Vapes is from Delaware. We've got the man with the sprocket says, Socrates, the cab driver, the man or the cab. Dean, the vaping biker, indeed. That's me. Thank you very much for joining us, Socrates. Greets from Germany. I'm sitting on my couch and enjoy my Hussar project. Very nice indeed. There's a lot of you with some posh gear, posher gear than I've got. I tell you, are you on the right channel? Don't go anywhere, stay. It'll get better, I promise. Sig Boy, hello, Dean from Chile, Pennsylvania. Nice to see you. Good evening. Vaping on the Pixie RDA on the Lost Vape E-Petite. That E-Petite, that was a fantastic mod. I miss that mod. I think I've still got it kicking around. I might see if I can dig that out. We've got Iceland Drop on my Dreamer. We've got Lois is in. Just saying hello to everybody. We've got Evening from Tewkesbury, vaping a Vicious Ant Nemesis with an Evil Reaper 3 and an Anatolian Mech with a Rose 3, says Mark Kingston Schleider. Did you say you had a Rose 3 last week on the last Monday Night Live? I think if you did, cool. Otherwise, I've had two people rocking a Rose. We've got Evening Dean from County Durham, says Neil M. We've got Triple X Vape saying hello, Dean and chat. Finally a hoo-hoo. What? Finally a hoo-hoo. Hoo-hoo from Berlin again. Okay, Deholt, thank you very much indeed. Greetings from Indiana, Dean. Dusted off my marquee dripper on the Halcyon Squonker. A lovely setup going on there. Using a Kami Tech E-pipe tonight. Oh, that's another thing I want to get going again. My E-pipe. My big custom, is it 3-4 battery? Big bastard pipe that I got. I really want to get that going again. We've got Evening from Tipperary, vaping on the Crown 4 and Checkmate mod. We've got, that was Derry Murphy. We've got Joe James saying, what's up, biker man? Hello from Chicago. We've got Dion78 saying hello from Chichester. No, Chester. Honestly, so tired today. Evening Dean and all from South Oxford, still vaping on the Rage and the Recurve, says Kevin. We have a bunch of people. We've got me.us. How you feeling? Tired? How are you feeling? Hi from Southern California. Fantastic. If you see my left eye twitching and just going for it, can you let me know? Because I can really feel it going bonkers, you know. Right, I guess we better we're nearly done. So let's bang through it. I'll hard call this one. Right, are we ready? So Dominic is vaping on the Basium and the Warrior RDA. Dave Chaston says, definitely is, Dean. Drawing the tanks not too tight. There we go. That was the Rose 3 thing. Lovely old job. Sharon B says, hello, Dean and chat. Viv E says, woohoo, I'm famous. We've got Juan Castillo. Hello, Dean, from the good old US of A. We've got Own Comfort. Good evening, Dean. Vaping on the SQ217 with the Hadley, Slam Piece and Black Plague. Some nice gear going on there, Own Comforts. We've got Mace Vapor, Brunhild from Vapefly and German 103, extremely hyped top coiler 20k on pre-orders in Germany. Holy crap. We've got Alex McKenzie is currently vaping on his life savings. Lovely. We've got Ben Coiled, forgot to mention that his recurve full of lovely thick custard on the Paranormal 250. Just sounds dodgy. Stanley, nice to see you, Stanley. Nice to see you. Thank you very much for joining us. We've got, what else we got? I'm just trying to get people. We've got Jimmy Jeffs is on some homebrew raspberry custard. We were told you are the highbrow reviewer of the UK. Oh, posh af, mate. Hi guys from Malaysia here. It's 5 a.m. here. I really should go to sleep now. Well, thank you very much for hanging out with us. We've got Mick Blizzard is on the D Pro Mini and SB. Is it SVB or SBVF? Right, one of them. We've got Good Evening Dean on the topside dual with Rebirth Vaping a Lemon Cream. What's up, Dean from Norway Vaping on the Stack Dreamer. So sorry if I didn't get to you. I tried to get to as many people as I could, but I would be here all night. You know, it's kind of, you know, it's 50% being useless and 50% a little bit blind and 50% being tired. I don't know. But thank you so much for joining me. Now, if you are new to the Monday Night Live show, I want to go through sort of some vloggy stuff. I've not got much tonight. So we've got some sort of vloggy stuff to go on. And then just I want to have a little conversation about what's going on with the channels, particularly with the Monday Night Lives. So we'll see how that goes. Let you know the next two videos that are going to be coming up, because I am working my little socks off on those at the moment. And yeah, just a general sort of chat. So if you've got any questions, pile them in towards the end if you don't mind. Otherwise, I'll forget where I am because I'm not very bright and I've just necked a cup of tea, so I'm a little bit windy. So I apologise for that. Now then, let's crack off with what crack. Was that a dodgy thing going? Let's crack into it with what I am vaping on. So I've got a bunch of stuff that is kind of getting cleaned and all that sort of nonsense at the moment, but I have been vaping the crap out of my Titan. My Titan, those of you that remember the Silverstein Titan, there was the V1, and then I asked Eric to do the black 510 and the black button. And I think mine was, so he'd not done that before, and mine was the first Titan to have that colour scheme. And then there was loads of them went out in the wild after that, because it looks awesome, doesn't it? Especially with the Titan thing going on the top there. That just looks awesome. But as far as I miss, I mean, it's unregulated, but I miss just like a parallel squonker. I miss that a lot. So I've been using the crap out of this and really enjoying it. Sitting on top of here has been the Warrior RDA, which I'll talk about a little bit later on. But that's one of the things that I've been vaping. I'm just going to move this chat because I don't know. I'm just going to close that window. Hang on. Let me just, I'm going to, comments and overlays. I don't know if, yeah, I think it is. Sorry, the software that I use to be able to do the little pop-up stuff, didn't know if it was running behind the regular software. As with always, you know, super chats, I used to sort of dissuade them, but now I'm a money grabbing horse. So if you do want to throw a super chat in to make sure I see your question, crack on, fill your boobs. But otherwise, I say a little bit later on, I will try and get to all of your questions anyway. But yeah, I'm talking about what I've been vaping on. So I said the Warrior, didn't I? I didn't mean the Warrior. Didn't mean the Warrior at all. I meant the Widowmaker from El Mono Vaporador and Vanny Vape. That's been sitting on here of late, and I've been having a jolly good old time with that one. So that's been cracking on with that one. And actually, no, I haven't got that in there. I was vaping on that. Left the juice in the other room, can't show you. So, moving forward, I am still rocking out with this, with the Dreamer, manual focus, living the dream, with the Dreamer, with the Ardent sitting on top of it, and I've just freshly recoiled this evening. I've not got a down low camera, I'm afraid, this evening because of reasons. So yeah, so we're going to have to cope with doing it this way. But yeah, so I'm rocking that, and I've got to say, I think I mentioned this last week, but I am absolutely loving this Ardent for a big RDA. It's surprisingly flavourful. The airflow is nice and smooth, and it's just a bloody good vape. Can't actually remember. Did I just drip that, or did I just think about dripping it? I think I just thought about dripping it. I thought. I am vaping in there. I am vaping this stirred. Now, this was sent on to me by, I think it was Ace of Vapes. I think it was. Yes, Ace of Vapes with a Z. In the UK. They sent me this, and they sent me a couple of different flavours. This purple one, purple. And I've actually been having a jolly good time with that as well. But this banana one, really got into it recently. Now, when they sent it to me originally, they said, "Oh, give it a go and try those." And I didn't really they didn't send me any nick to go with it, so I didn't want to try them and like them or dislike them. And because of the nick that they and said to you guys, go out and get this, or this is what I'm using in a review or something, and you go out and get it, and it tastes like garbage because you're putting a different nick in it. Anyway, during the house move, found the extrudes, and I thought, fuck it. Do you know what? I'm just going to put some Dark Star nick shots in them, and we'll see how we get on. And I'm a little bit gutted I waited this long, because this banana custard is really nice. It's not heavily custard, but it's not quite a like a custard milk. It's not quite that kind of thing. It's got a little bit more to it than that one, but it's bloody nice. And it's just rocking. So I'm really, really enjoying that. Got a couple of space coils in there. Dual core 26 gauge stainless steel, as per usual, with 38 gauge kanthal wrapped around the outside. 5 full wraps and spaced out. But anyway, so that one is still getting its arse tested off it. So yeah, it's actually, if you've got a Dreamer, I think you should get it. I would personally, I would go for one that matches the mod, if you're okay with cleaning them. I tell you what I would like to see. I would, Stan, if you see this, here's my idea. I would love to see an Ultim top cap. Now, generally, a lot of people don't like Ultim, but hear me out. Here's the reason why. Because if you go for the brass top cap, then obviously brass needs cleaning and it gets a build up of crud and crap and shit in there. However, Ultim on top of brass looks awesome. So I would really like an Ultim top cap on there. If you can make that a thing, Stanley, that'd be splendid. I don't know if Stan watches me, but you know, if you do, Stan, that would be awesome. And you know, you're helping people stay safe and not suck in green muck. So that'd be nice. That'd be great. So we've got that one going on now. We have also got this. No, hang on. Should I? Yeah, before I have a whinge, we'll talk about this one. So. Over the weekend, I had a bit of a fall on Friday, and so was just sore as balls on Saturday and Sunday, which meant that I just couldn't really do very much at all. So I couldn't recoil because I couldn't sit in a chair. It was a mess. So I dug around in my cupboards and found this puppy. Now this is from Wake Modco. It's their sub-ohm tank. I've talked about it before, and I was going to do kind of like a Wake Modco extravaganza kind of video. And I still might, because I've got a few Wake Modco products now. The thing is with Mate, I loved what the guys did at .mod. I hate .mod for what they did by kicking the other guys out, and so that's why I don't review .mod. But when it comes to this stuff, I really like that they've come out with some decent stuff, you know. But it's the one drawback for these things is not. I haven't had anything particularly kind of new and interesting. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of been very similar to a bunch of older products. However, that being said, the sub-ohm tank has been pretty reasonable. Now with that, I've got the airflow. It's got 5 airflow holes aside. I'm only showing 3 on each side. There's not a whistle, but it's a nice. Should we focus? Do you want to see it up close? Look, should we do that? Bosh. There you go. And it's actually a nice looking little little tank as far as tanks go. No, I'm not going to start reviewing tanks, don't worry. But we have sort of minimal knurling. We have minimal knurling going on here and here, but it's enough to be able to grab hold of it when you want to either adjust the airflow or take the top cap off. So that makes life nice and easy. So I like that a lot. And on top of that is on top of the Dovpo Punisher 90. I was using this for a while with, I think it was the D Pro Mini on it, and really enjoying that. And then I stuck the Hadley on it and was enjoying that. There's a 21700 mod. We've seen this sort of screen before, but no, I like it. I do like this mod. It's just, you're not in focus. I'm not in autofocus because my camera doesn't do it without showing lots of things on the screen. But no, I like the size. I like the battery. Everyone's a winner. But yeah, like I say, I needed something because I couldn't sit in the chair for very well. I couldn't sit in the chair at all, and I couldn't recoil. Everything needed recoiling, and so over the weekend that was a little lifesaver. That little sub-ohm tank, to be honest with you. And I don't. It's not got them garishly disgusting massive inner bore coils which really wind me up. So because of that, that was a no-brainer really. So yeah, it's pretty decent flavour. It's a sub-ohm tank, but it's a decent sub-ohm tank. Can't remember how much they are, but there you go. I'm sure someone in chat will tell us. But when you're being lazy, I think sub-ohm tanks rock. Now then, what else have we got? I have also got the Goat sitting on top of the Basium still. Now, I'm going to talk about the Goat in a little while. So we'll have a little chat about that. And I've got a whole mess of other bits and bobs here as well. I've still got the Vicious Sound video. I recorded a bunch of stuff. I was editing it and it just looked gash. So I went, no, not doing that. And so I have got to do that again. Hopefully, I'm getting my mojo back, so we're going to be good. But something that came in over the last week, I'm pretty sure I had this. I'm just double checking. I'm pretty sure that I've had this since last Monday, and that is this puppy. Did I show you this last Monday? Someone let me know in chat. This is sort of the Aspire, the new little Aspire kit going on right there. And yeah, I don't know if I showed you this last Monday, but one of the things that is good about this kit, before I go into the things that really upset my shit, hang on. Oh, can't remember which way we're going. I'm just going to pull my drawer out and put my keyboard on, but I didn't want to leave you all out of focus because someone will think that they've suddenly got really drunk. But no, here we go. Anyway, So when it comes to this little kit, you've got a nice little tank on the top. The drawer on the tank is really quite nice, and yeah, I mean, the mod is. We've seen this kind of thing before. What did Asmodus do? What did Asmodus do? No, not Asmodus. Aspire do with. Remember when they did the sort of the carbon fibre wrapped sort of stick things? What were they called? But we've seen this sort of thing from Aspire before. So this, I mean, I'm not, super stoked about that. Does my screen keep going funny when I move rainbow colours around? But what I thought was super interesting, and in fact, I'm going to even zoom into this because I want to really show you something. Hang on, I'm going to get the focus in. There we go. So when you want to change out a coil on a sub-ohm tank, you have to turn it upside down and hope that you vaped kind of far enough down it that it's not going to piss out when you take the coil out, right? Now, what's interesting about this one is, well, I want to try and stay in focus here. When I take the base of this off, where's the focus point? There it is. Oh, shitballs. That reveals the coil. Uno coilo, inno thero. Now, in fact, hold on. I'm going to maximum fill this tank first. Can't remember what I put in it, but hold on. It does have one of these bloody annoying things, though. Where is it? So we've got the that drip thing going on there, and with that drip thing, you lift it up like that, and then you push it back. they're saying it's a child safety thing, and then you've got like a flap over your juice fill. But now, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Can't remember what juice I put in it. Okay, let's just put this in it. Let's just put this in there. Where's the focus point? Right, just so you can see that this is going to be nice and full. Fill up. Oh God. It's super annoying for getting in Gorilla Bottle nibs. So hold on. Trust me, it's going to be worth it. If you've not seen this before, this is going to be totally worth it. He says, hoping. Okay, hang on a second here. I need to look at what I'm doing rather than doing it to camera. Yeah, so it's super annoying to fill up with regards to Gorilla Bottles, which is a bit of a nightmare. But right, there we go. We're full. We're proper full. It's piddling out the top. Oh, I've put way too much juice in there. Way too much juice in there. Hold on. Hold on. God damn it. Right. We'll try that again, shall we? I've got juice all over my fingers. Stick with me. This little tiny section is already 19 times longer than I'd expected it to be. Right, shall we try it again? Okay then, so we'll flip that out of thingy, out of focus, that's the word. We'll zoom, oh no, wrong way. Zoom in some more, get the focus roughly about there. So we're going to take the back, oh, God damn it. Honestly, juice every fucking way. How do I drop the same thing multiple times? Yeah, I've put far too much juice in. That went all over the coil. So my marvellous demonstration now may not be on point. But anyway, we're going to take out the coil. So uno coilo. Now you see, do you see there's like a ridge halfway up it? Do you see that? And that's because you see the juice in that tank there? If I lift this all the way up, there's the focus. There we go. You can see that juice bubble. So you can see that that is full as a full thing, and nothing's coming out. Nothing's coming out. So it's got like a juice shut off situation, and you can actually see, oh, where is it? Around about there, that little sort of stainless area is blocked off, and so because of that, it's not leaking, which I think is fucking marvellous. However, because I've over dripped it like a bastard, 2 seconds.
All right, broadcasting now.
There we go. Ask the good dearest wife to just come and grab Sanny Bear. But no. So the idea is that it's kind of, you're not going to lose juice, it's not going to piddle out everywhere and all that sort of nonsense, and so it's all good and gravy, which I think is fantastic. So all in all, I think that's a really clever idea. Now then, now we get to the bit that really winds me up. And again, I can't remember if I bitched about this last week, but the bit that really winds me up is the coils that come with it are only N80. They're only N80 coils. No Canthal coils, which surprised me because Aspire, historically, as far as I can remember, have always done Canthal coils. But apparently no, not anymore. So the only coils you can get with this are N80. So what's the big problem? I hear you scream. Stop being a whinging twat. You're saying, I get you, I get you. However, if this kit is for newbies, granted, anyone can, crack into it and all that sort of stuff. But say it's coming in at around about 35 quid, I think. So nice and cheap. So a newbie can go into a vape shop, go and buy it, go and pick it up, and vape away. And if they're anything like me and can get like headaches and all that sort of nonsense from having N80, then they start getting headaches and all that sort of stuff and go, oh, well, vaping's shit for you, isn't it? I feel terrible, feel really rough. Johnson's baby wipes, the wipes you need when your hands need to feel soft as a baby's bottom. We've got just the problem there of someone might not know they've got a nickel allergy, and then boom, there we go, their first go at vaping, and they feel like crap. And for a reason that they wouldn't understand. They just think that it's vaping. Anyway, that wound me up. When I did the unboxing with my patrons, I did have quite the moment about the whole situation. And they were very good. And they were like, Dean, calm the fuck down, you bellend. It's not, it's not the end of the world. See your point, but it's not the end of the world. But I'm still a little bit sore about it, to be honest with you. There's plenty of stuff out there that's N80, and I get that. Like the goat that we're going to go on to in a minute. I get that. I understand that it's there, but it means that for the goat, people that are a little bit more experienced are going to know what they're buying, in theory at least. And it's not a starter thing. It's not a start, and it's not going to turn the smoker away from vaping. That's the thing that really fucking winds me up. Just a bit of Canthel, just use a thinner wire. If you want higher ramp up, use a thinner wire, or use parallels or something like that. That would be fine. You don't have to go with a chunky old green wire. Anyway, I'm starting to turn. I'm starting to turn again. Let's have a vape, shall we? So there we go. That's that little whinge. Now then, what else have we got? So the goat. Now, after that whole whinge and bitch. Oh, by the way, with that, it's not getting a full review, and it's not even getting a properly tested review. It's basically getting a Nat's chuff away from an unboxing. This is going to get a little bit more. This is going to get a little bit more, but again, the goat is not going to get. It's going to get a very cool review. I wrote the script for a little bit that I'm doing for the intro on that one this morning, and so here I was, 8 o'clock this morning, going, yeah, go on in, that'll be funny as fuck. I don't know if it's going to turn out to be funny, but I hope so. But no, so the goat thing's happening. Now that I have been sort of pushing it to try and vape on it for sort of a few minutes every day, because it vapes really well. It does vape really well. It's nice and smooth. It's nice and flavourful. Does what it says on the tin, and I enjoy using it. But the nickel coils, once again, are my Achilles heel on that one. So again, that one is not getting the same level of testing that everything else gets that goes onto the channel. But I'll make sure that I explain that when we do the videos for them. But there we go. But I've got a couple of the next 2 videos coming up this week. And in fact, no, before I tell you about that, let's just have a quick look in chat and see if anyone had anything to say about any of that gubbins that I was just talking about. It might have been, it might not have been. But I don't like ignoring you. Dean, you have a nose hair out of place. Was that when I zoomed in? Oh, Zap Wraps is in. Go and get your wraps. Go and get your wraps. Wraps for the Basium, look. Make it look all woody. Oh, actually, Zap Wraps have got some very cool wraps. I think they've had a bunch of new ones recently, and they're very cool. So if you haven't checked them out already, go and check out zapraps.co.uk. And I think they do ship to the States as well, if that's the sort of thing that tickles your taste buds. But yes, go and check them out because there's some cool stuff on there. And they do wraps for pretty much every mod going. So go and check them out. Viv said it wound you up rather a lot, as I recollect. Absolutely it did. Right. Sick Boys says vapor made me fat, my hair fall out. Yep. That's it. Wasn't old age or anything. Made me fat as well, mate. I won't worry about it. I've still got my hair, but it made me fat. It made me grow a beard. Eddie Summerford, hello, nice to see you in. Yes, everything is practically N80 now standard. Well, LB Vapes is not. That's the thing. There is a lot. Now, there's a lot of things that are troublesome to find out. And that's the other thing that really pisses me off. And it has done for a long time. It's when a company provides coils for anything. For any kind of atomizer, you've got coils, whether they be sub-ohm or just coils in a box for an RDA or a tank or something. Really winds me up when they don't tell you what material it is. It unnaturally so. What else have we got to go on to here? What else? What was the dual 18650? Yes, that was that was my Basium. Go and check out the Basium video. Loads of people have gone. Marvellous. Smallest mod, smallest dual 18650. It's certainly the shortest dual 18650 Swanker of 2018, I think. Regulated. Right, what we got? Vape and Biker, got the Poet yet? No, I have not. Going to NVE, Dean? Nope, I don't know what it is. I'm not really doing very much at all this year. Mowgli Vape saying, who's the skull on the dresser? Various other people. Various people. There we go. If there's rando questions, I will come back to those in a little while. Otherwise, I will completely and utterly forget what I've got to tell you about. But for the moment, what was I going to talk about? Oh, by the way, from pod life, I've still been rocking the Orion Q and the Artery PAL. The Artery PAL is still, the PAL 2 rather, is still the most annoying thing to see about juice in there and filling it up. Hate it because of that. However, the flavour straight out of the box is quite good, so that's going well. The Orion is a Gap lover's dream. I think I've shown you that before. Let me know if you haven't seen the Gap, and I will show you. But I believe they've told me that they've changed it and they've made it better, and there isn't a Gap. I've not seen that. They did offer to send me one, but I figured it was kind of pointless seeing as I already had those. But yeah, Gap hell. Now then. What was it I wanted to... Oh, and I have also still been having a little play with the dual topside and my billet box as well. So that's basically been my week. I recoiled the vape shell the other day, which I was about Thursday, I think it was, and having a jolly good time with that one. Now, pardon me. First of all, Louis, I'm very sorry to read that your pipes burst everywhere and water went everywhere. That sucks. I do hope it's not wrecked too many things, or at least the house was insured enough to be able to not be too much of a concern, just an inconvenience. But yeah, sorry to read that one. Now then, yes, what do I want to talk about? So, what's coming up? I start doing the recording today for the review of the Widowmaker, and that's an interesting RDA. And I don't know if you've been watching the reviews on that have gone out, because as always, I'm late for these things, but I'm okay with it. But I'm doing my best to make it look quite funky. I recorded a sort of a funky little light test kind of 20-second video earlier on with doing some silly cheesy stuff, which I thought was kind of funky. Mr. Todd mercilessly took the piss out of me for it, but so I've not shared it out to the big wide world. But no, it was just a test. It worked. So I've been filming B-roll. I shot off a picture and put that on Instagram earlier on. I did two pictures actually. One was showing me doing the filming, but also another picture was I did what's called a focus stack so you could really see all of the machine marks in the deck and the clear as a whistle, which I thought was quite sweet. So if you haven't seen them, go and check them out. And if you haven't done already, click that follow button on Instagram as well. I really enjoy my Instagram. I like my Instagram a lot, and I think it's pretty darn reasonable. So go and check it out at Oh, the underscore vaping underscore biker, I think it is. And I'm on Twitter as well. Something, I don't know. Links are in the description down below. But yes, so I was doing that one, and that's the B-roll is pretty much done. I've just got a bit more of the intro and the build to film, and then that'll be good to go. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that may come out tomorrow or Wednesday, and then after that will be the goat. And as I said earlier on, I wrote a script out for something that I want to do with that one, for a bit of silliness, but yeah, just because it made me giggle, really, more than anything else. But we've got that coming up, hopefully by the end of the week as well. When it comes to the videos as well, a bunch of you sort of seem to enjoy the studio tour that I did last week. So great. I'm pleased that you enjoyed that. Uploaded it and then went, shit, there's loads of stuff I didn't talk about. But one of the things that came of that, I mentioned in there that if you wanted me to, I would do a video just with a mobile phone and some bare essentials. So if you wanted to get into recording anything for YouTube, or if you wanted to get into reviewing or anything along those lines, I can show you that you don't need all of the gear to make that happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm not even going to film it using the lighting and the posh mic and all that sort of stuff. I will do it because there was a few comments on there, and I've had a few messages and stuff to say that some people would like to see that. So I will do that at some point. I'll do the full review on the phone, and I'll even edit it. I haven't got any kind of super basic editing. I run a Mac, so I think I've got iMovie on here still, which is way more basic than Final Cut Pro that I use ordinarily. So I will even edit it on that. So I will edit it. I will produce it as bare bones as I possibly can do, and then I'll do another quick video showing you how that was done. If that sort of thing interests you, let me know. Let me know if that sort of thing goes for it. But from what I've been told so far, it's a good thing. So jobs are good. And now then, what's going to go on with the channel? So I posted a query on my community page earlier today, and on the community tab rather on YouTube, and that was basically asking about the regularity of these Monday Night Lives. I enjoy doing them. I enjoy having a sort of a giggle with you guys, and a chat and a catch up and a Q&A and all that sort of stuff. But at the same time, I recognise that sometimes, especially on quiet weeks where I don't have very much come in, and I don't have what I used to have come in, because I turn a lot of it away because it's so similar to everything else. If I try and find the different stuff, and I try and find stuff that's of interest, that there isn't already 4.5 million reviews out on, you know. Plus, as you know, I'll use the crap out of something before it comes to being in front of the camera, other than the goat and the whatever that is from Aspire, of course. But yeah, so I posed the question. Now, what I was wondering was, are just ramble vlogs any good? You know, do you give a shit? Do you want to see me every week regardless, or should I do the vlogs like is it bi-weekly when you do it every 2 weeks? No, bi-weekly would be twice a week, wouldn't it? Bi-monthly, would that be it? I don't know. Anyway, every fortnight, every 2 weeks, rather than doing it every week. I realised that it wouldn't help the channel with regards to views and kind of keeping people into it, but it may help me it would allow a little bit more time to get a proper review video out. So it's kind of swings and roundabouts. So when it is every 2 weeks, you're more likely to see more gear, also more likely to have a guest on at that sort of point as well, rather than just having me like tonight where I'm just rambling and I haven't got anything sort of too desperate to get involved with. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, so if you would do me a favour, just wait till the video's done. Don't just, unless you want to open up another window, of course. Go across to my channel on YouTube, click on the community tab, and then just vote, because the poll is on there, and I figured that'd be the best way of gauging people's interests, because there'd be pointless doing it on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, because a lot of you aren't on those things. So let me know. Just let me know. If you want to stick a comment in down below what you think, that'll be brilliant as well. So there we go. And I'd like to do more advocacy things as well. I mentioned before about doing the video of people with sort of suits and ties and looking smart and all this sort of stuff. And that, I'm pretty confident is going to go ahead. But I've just got to figure out the best way of sharing videos. And that is like, I'm going to try and speak to Grim about this, how he gets people to share videos that they take on their phone with him to include at the start of his vlogs, because I want to try and pull as many together as I can, but I wanted to bring out an announcement about that earlier than now, but we're not quite there yet, but that will happen. Now, when it comes to American advocacy, obviously that is very, very well covered. I think later on tonight, Matt Suck My Mod has got a live show. I think that's an advocacy based show, and obviously you've got Grim's 510 report as well, and you've got Dimitri, the Vaping Greek, and Mr. Bisardo doing their stuff as well. So there's a whole mess of American advocacy focused things going on. When it comes to the UK, because of just the clunge fuck that is Brexit, nothing's going to change for the foreseeable. There's not a lot we can do. So trying to do much at all, other than, as always, we should always try and push out knowledge and awareness and making sure that the negative press is kind of fought against. And for that, I've done that video that's on the header of my page. If you're not a subscriber, failing that, I think you'll be able to see it somewhere. But it's basically taken away a lot of the falsehoods that a lot of the newspapers kind of were going through at one point in time, and what's it called? Is vaping safe? I can't remember. Something like that. But there's that video, and if you want to share that around on your social media, I'd very, very much appreciate it, because I worked hard on that video, and it's very fact-based. It's a bit dry. It is a bit dry, but it's got a lot of stuff in there. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. But I imagine you may have done. I don't know. So when it comes to sort of rando content, it is kind of new gear or guests, which are the main points. And so I don't want you to get too bored of me. I get, you might be. But also what I'd like to do is I'd like to do something different. As you know, I'm kind of trying to do different stuff with the reviews, with different sort of cinematography and different ways of filming stuff, and sort of having narratives run through things and all that, very subtle, but having all that sort of stuff. I would love to be able to do something different, have a sort of a fresh idea for a vlog. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. But if you wouldn't mind going across to the poll on the community tab and having a little vote in there, I'd very much appreciate it. That'd be brilliant. So thank you very much indeed. Now then, let's have a little flipping look at what's going on in the chat, shall we? I've got to tell you, this KSTRD from Ace of Vapes, the banana is really nice. It's quite a sweet kind. Like I say, it's not quite banana milk, but it's bloody nice. Anyway, let's have a go. Okay, so there's a few of you going on here. LB Vapes loves watching me. Oh, thank you very much. Dino Knight's in as well. Nice to see you, Dino. Thank you very much. Still the nicest man in vaping. Such a sweet guy. What have we got going on in here? Every other week. There we go. That says JTH Reviews. Yes, we need to see you every week, says Labworks. Dean taking waffling lessons from Todd. A little bit. Just, that and lack of sleep. Whichever you have time for, Dean, will tune in either way. But have you got a preference, Derry? That's what I want to know. That'd be great. What else we got going on in here? We've got... we like a good ramble. Ramble away, Dean. You ramble so well. Thank you very much indeed. More singing in Monday Night Live? No, I'd save that for you patrons. Jared says, I'd rather you go live 3 times a day and talk about dog poo, to be honest. I think you want to do whatever's comfortable with live shows. Yeah, I mean, I do. Obviously, there's way more live stuff goes on with the patrons because I do all of the unboxings and any sort of rando stuff with the patron guys, and they are random. There is some unfiltered randomness going on there, trust me. But yeah, it would bore the pants off people if I did it too much. And also, I want people to come to my channel and go, well, shit, I've not seen a vaping channel that looks like that does things that way before. So yeah, so I don't want to just live stream my face off, you know. What else we got here? Most Mondays I don't have the time to see you, but if there is a time, I'm always hoping there is a Monday Night Live. Thank you very much, Dot. What else have we got going on in here? LB Vapes has adopted some of the lingo. Pucker, LB. We've got love my Dean Rambles. Only thing better is Dean vaping popcorn. You're an evil man, sick boy. You're an evil man. No, Alex, there's no. I'm not doing that in the big wide world. What am I vaping on? I did go through all of that earlier on, so I'm afraid you're going to have to go backwards for that one. What else have we got going on here? Todd Waffle is also a good watch as well. Absolutely. Todd did a vlog a couple of days ago, or yesterday. You can always go and check that out. He completely ripped the idea of doing an office tour for me, and that's all right. That's all right. He doesn't have to be original. He's Todd. That's fine. What else have we got? How long do coils last and how often must you change cotton? Depends on the juice, Justin, and it also depends on the temperature. But often with a lot of the sweeter juices can kind of gunk things up. A lot of the creamier juices will gunk things up a lot quicker. Yeah, it entirely depends on the juice that you vape. What else we got going on in hard? The USA is screwed, and that's when I was talking about advocacy earlier on. Yes, it does sound, it's just getting worse. It's just getting worse, which is an absolute nightmare. Pardon me, what else we get? What does Brexit mean? It's this whole kind of, we voted to, well, a lot of people voted, the majority voted to leave the European Parliament. The European Parliament doesn't want us to leave because if we leave all that sort of stuff, then a load of other countries will follow us, and the House of Cards will come tumbling down. And so they don't want us to leave, and the majority of us want to govern our own shit. The other problem we've got there, of course, is the fact that our politicians, much like a lot around the world, are useless and don't know what they're doing on the whole. There are some good ones. We've had a couple of good ones really kind of stick up for us in the past. But, yeah, they're always... they don't like the idea of actually having to do some work, which sucks. Plus, some of them are about 412 years old and just sleep all the time, I think. What else have we got going on in here? Watch out, the old fighter, surely lurking around here somewhere, maybe. Ultrasonic cleaners, good talk. Hype or good to have? Good to have, I think. I haven't really used mine for probably a year or two now. I did go through a stage of, when I had black RDAs, I would bung it in the ultrasonic because if the paintwork was remotely shoddy, the paint would come off. And so that's something you have to be super careful with. Otherwise, to be honest, I just run my RDAs under a hot tap, make sure they're dry and buff. That's that done. So it depends. It depends. They're a little bit hypey, but they make life a little bit easier. So crack on with that one. Regulator Watch is another good advocacy YouTube channel. Absolutely, Dino. Absolutely, definitely worth a look going on those guys. That's the one. That's the one with the chap with the white hair who looks like he's a newscaster, isn't it? I think it is. What else we got going on? Use my ultrasonic for steeping more than cleaning. I used to do a little bit of that. Batsucker. The idea with that, in case you don't know, is you stick your juice bottle submerged or partially submerged into your ultrasonic. You whiz that away and you let that get on with it. That'll sort of gently heat up things, not get it hot, but it'll sort of heat it up, and it'll mix it up as well with the vibrations and stuff, and it will help the molecules kind of merge together a little bit more, which is what generally happens over the full steeping process. So it can help a little bit. I used to swear it helped, but it's, when it comes to taste, it's one of those things where it's personal, isn't it? Loads of people reckon it doesn't. I reckon I'm going to go with like 70%, 65%. Yes, it helps. Suck My Mod has got a special guest on tonight. Yes, he has. Another reason to go and check him out. Raj, what's your opinions on the Otis Boxer? I have none. I've never had anything from Otis. And I would like something from Otis, but I've never had anything. I don't really get any much high. Okay, once in a blue moon, I'll get something high end. When it comes to sort of expensive, I've had some expensive stuff, but expensive doesn't always mean high end. So that's there's things like G classes and mass produced stuff, not high end. But there you go. I'm not going to get into that discussion this evening. What else have we got going on in here? Nice to see. Thank you, chat, for being bloody marvellous. I do like the sort of the community that sort of generates itself around these videos, because you tend to look out for each other and help each other, which I think is superb. So there's some questions there that have been answered that I don't have to. So UK definitely needs more vape advocates. Now, Craig, this is something that I've had quite the issue with in the past as well, because we've got the IBVTA, which does do a fantastic job. I think they do, particularly if you're a trader. I think it's absolutely worthwhile becoming a member of the IBVTA, because they have worked jolly hard to get us out in the forefront, to get the good stuff happening. And so because of that, I fully support those guys. Sadly, from a sort of a more generic, not industry based sort of thing, we haven't got it. We haven't got in the UK. I don't feel. I know we have got some some groups that say they are, but personally, I don't feel that we've had anyone that's been remotely useful. To be honest with you, I'm not going to lie. That'll probably get me in trouble. Don't care. That's my opinion. We're all allowed them. And please don't write comments about no, because again, opinions are arseholes. We've all got them, but I don't necessarily want to see yours. So. Okay, I'm tired and grumpy. What else have we got going on? Thank you very much for that, Louis. That's very kind of you, and very kind of you there. I must be way behind on chat. What else? And they can 100% have it. What else we got going on in here? Whoa! Stav says, meet you at Expo was a pure pleasure. I was the guy that looked like Uncle Albert from Only Fools and Horses. I remember. Nice to see you, Stav. We've got I'm just looking. Have I got to throw someone out? Yes. I think Lazy Retro Gamer, chill your boots. I'm putting you in a timeout because I can. So there we go. Now then, what else have we got going on in here? Norway is not. I really do need an admin. Since Todd decided that he was going to have a life and just chill on a Monday night rather than coming in here, it's I've got an admin. So I need a wrench. I need a wrench at some point in time. You got a nice fine mod. Absolutely. I bought a nice fine mod. And I do need to do a video on that one because it is a fucking good mod. I wanted to do it a little while ago, but I did have a couple of issues with the resistance reading, I think it was. And so I spoke to Matt about it. He took it back, sorted it all out, fixed it all. It's quality service, and then sent it back to me. So yeah, I do need to do a video on that one. Louis, you smooth talking monster, you. What else have we got going on in here now? Now, let's not get political in chat, otherwise I'll have to start chucking people out. Don't make me look an idiot now after I've said that how lovely you all are. Let's not get into politics. We don't do it. Now then, what else we got? Looking, if I'm going to have a vape rather than, I hate dead air. I hate that dead kind of quiet sound. Do you know what I mean? It really winds me up. Do you get vaping conventions in the UK? Yes. We have a bunch of them. We have the I've just realised what NVE is. Or NVB, whatever it was that LB Vapes talked about earlier on. That's the one in America, isn't it? I'd bloody love to go there. I'd still drop everything and go across to the States. So if you do know anyone, give them a nudge. Tell them to bring me over. That'd be lovely. What we got going on? Yes, do you get it? So we've got Vape Jam in London. That's usually, is it around about April time, I think, something like that. Then we've got, or it might be, I can't remember, Vape Jam anyway. And then we've got Vapor Expo in Birmingham. We've got 2 of those in the year, one in May and one in September, October time. So that's happening. So yeah, and we have sort of a couple of little ones poking around all over the show, but that's great. I don't know if I'm going to get to any UK meets this year. It's looking unlikely at the moment for a couple of reasons, but yeah, it might not be happening, to be honest with you. Now then, Zap Raps, do you find short fills taste worse or the same as pre-mixed? I find they taste worse. It depends on the short fills, because sometimes they use the same concentrate and just put less in the bottle, in which case if you're putting a nick shot in there, it's going to water it down and it's just going to suck balls. So sometimes that doesn't help. Not all of them do that, but some do. So it's finding the right people that get stuff happening. Do you know what I mean? But yes, but these custards are really nice. What else have we got going on in here? When it's quiet, then we just get lost in your beard. In the grey hair. Is the grey hair getting worse? I think it is. Isn't it? We've got NVE at Casino in CT. I don't know where. Connecticut? USA. Yeah, I really want to go. I want to go there. I want to see what it's like in America, because I think a lot of I certainly had the opinion that the American shows were the biggest and the best and the baddest and the just, you know, the monsters of vape conventions. But I think from what I'm seeing that it looks as though things like Vapor Expo in the UK and that one over in Germany, is that big one over in Germany? They look like they're bigger and more of a thing, you know. I mean, I know that a lot of the guys that have come over from the States have said this is big when they've come to Vapor Expo. So I think, you know, you Americans don't let us start overtaking you. If you can still vape in your state, get something big happening, and then get me over to come. Right, what else have we got? Dominic says, best vape expo in the UK is Glasgow School of Vape. 100 people get drunk, or was that just me? It is. I mean, you know, those little events. There's a few more of those popping up now, which is great. And things like Vape Fest. I don't know if Vape Fest is coming back, but that started off as a little thing and then just grew and grew and grew, and kind of lost its way a bit. But that was a small thing that grew into something positive, or something larger. So hopefully that whole the Glasgow one will grow as well. Fingers crossed. But it keep that kind of, you know, family feeling going on. What else have we got going on in here? Is there anything else? What pin do you use in the Dreamer button? That is, I think it's just the smooth one. I don't think I'm using the. Yeah, I'm just using the smooth one in here at the minute, not the pointy one. So there we go. That one. The German Expo is brilliant, so I'm told. Well, I haven't been invited to that one either. Hall of Vape, that's the one, Andy. Hall of Vape, Stuttgart. That looks massive. Obviously, Mr. T goes and checks that one out every year anyway. So, get on that one. What else we got going on in here? Hello from Belgium, Freemax Pro. Yes, fantastic. Thank you very much, Michael. All of Vape Germany. Yes, I prefer to have 72mm PG nick to my short fills, but I do vape twice. Yeah, it's just if you can get it, Craig. If you can get it, my friend. Do you think Brexit will affect hardware being imported to the UK, or will the price go up? Depends on the trade deals that anyone sorts out. If we come out with a no deal and we have to sort trade deals out with individual countries, potentially prices could go up. Equally, prices could go down. Who knows? Politicians haven't got a clue. So the rest of us, we're just guessing. There's no way of getting a solid answer on that one. You know. I heard Vape Festival will be back under new management. Fantastic. Good for them. Let's all go to Stuttgart. Looking forward to that. Raj, I'd like to go to Stuttgart. Bloody love Germany. I went to Germany when I was giving up smoking. I think it was about 2010. I had my little starter kit that I took with me, and I was getting dry hits all the time. Didn't realise they were dry hits. So I was vaping through headaches and just burnt coils and all that sort of stuff. And then I went back on the smokes for a while, which sucked balls. But there you go. I had a good time in Germany. So also surprised at how many kind of regular people and like older guys and what have you were really into bands like Rammstein, which I thought was just a metalhead thing. Turns out not. It seems like everybody loves it over there, which is brilliant. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. I said we might be doing about an hour, and we're pretty much an hour. I didn't really have a lot to go through this week. So, yeah, as I said, go across and have a little look at the poll and see if there's anything there no, not if there's anything there at all. There is something there. There's a freaking poll there. And have a look at the poll and cast your vote. I would very much appreciate that. Thank you so much indeed. Hugh Jarden. See what you did there. What cotton do you vape? I vape Muji because I get through so much cotton. It would be completely impractical to go out and buy anything else. Plus, I've got no problem with Muji. I think Muji works bloody marvellously. That being said, I have got a couple of other cottons that I have used. In my building drawer at the moment, I've got 3 types, as well as another bag of Muji. Going through that, cracked that open the other day, so that's nice. I've got some cotton bacon, just in case I tend to use RTAs. I used to love using cotton bacon in things like the K-Fun and the Hurricane and some of those kind of RTAs. I used to love using that in that, so that had a very definite reason. Cotton Gods, I tried using this for a while. I don't think I get on with it. It's not that it's bad, but I just don't think it does anything special for me. Do you know what I mean? And then at Expo, someone gave me some of this stuff. I've got an open one somewhere because I've been using the bugger. I don't know where it is, but one of these, which is Wicked Wicks, and this was from Bomatech, and this is a reasonably, I think, is this reasonably kind of heat. Kind of not repellent, but you know what I mean. One of them was. But there's not much in these two, in my opinion. There's not much of a difference between them. But Muji's cheap, and don't buy it from vape shops. I mean, go and buy everything else from vape shops. But Muji, if you just go to Muji online, you can buy a hoof and great bag like that for about £3 or something daft. So, do that. Right. I'll have a close look at your poll. Thank you very much, Dave. Very, very kind. Forgot about stovetops. Oh my Christ! Yeah, that was the thing. What was that? There was an RDA that came out recently, and they tried to rebrand it, and I had a bit of a whinge about that one as well. I didn't get it because they tried to rebrand stovetops as something else, and I said it's just stovetops. We had those fucking 5-6 years ago, and they were crap then. Anyway, cotton bacon is great for tall coil builds or deep juice wells. My go-to is Native Wicks Platinum. Yeah, I've tried that as well. It's okay. Invoice will be... Oh, that wasn't even for me. Great show again, Dean. Always a pleasure. Thank you very much indeed. Very kind. I'm going to give you a little bit of a thing there. Let's just put you up as the final comment. But that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, there will be the review for the Widowmaker and the Goat. They're going to be the next 2 reviews. They won't be done with the phone. Something else will be done with the phone shortly thereafter. But we'll make it a thing. We'll make it a thing. It'll happen. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and thank you for sticking with me. I know I'm erratic at best, but you know, things happen. Can't do everything I'd like to do, but we're getting there, and I'm super pumped to get things kind of moving forward with it when it comes to the studio now, when it comes to the filming, because I've got that drive back to get back and filming things. But this is another reason why I'm not just going to take on absolutely everything that gets offered to me, because it's boring as shit when it's so much stuff that's all the same. It's so dull, it really is, and every other channel does that anyway. So, you know, so thank you so much for sticking with me. If you do want to carry on and support the cause, then go ahead to Patreon. Links are in the description down below. And there's merch over on vapingbiker.co.uk. But thank you so much for filling in the poll in advance. And don't forget to go and check out Instagram as well. Follow me on there. Follow me on there. And I've been trying to get into Twitter a bit more, but I'm still a bit shit at it. But thank you, and I will see you soon. All right? Have it larger.